tell us about the film and how it came to you.
So I had met him for another feature, actually, which hasn't yet happened.
Oh.
And then that got pushed, and one day, exactly a year ago, actually, I just had this script in my email inbox, and I think when I read it also, it just flows so beautifully. It literally feels like Michael just sat down and wrote it in like one sitting or something. It just has that amazing flow, and it's so short because it's all about the two people and the tiny interactions, and I really like that. I like sort of that intimacy in the film. I think that's what the film is about. So yeah.
Saying Michael just sent me this beautiful script. Wow. It kind of caught me by surprise. He's a real chameleon.
Yeah.
And it's like nothing he's ever done before, and it was, it was razor sharp and precise. And it was a kind of character that I hadn't been able to play before. And it was a little pocket of time that I had, and I was like, I really want to do this with you. And he's like, well, we just sent you the script. We haven't even thought about putting it together yet. And I was like, if I can help out on that, can we try and push for this? And within 3 weeks, we were, in production and on set, essentially.
How long did you shoot for?
6 weeks, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
That is super quick. When you're going to sit down to choose stuff, I know we haven't seen you in a little while, but now you got this crush of projects. What are you looking for these days, if I can ask? And what do you think attracts you?
Filmmakers and the stories, really. Like we're so lucky. Like this film in itself, this film too, and Hotel Mumbai, they're kind of stories that would never have been told in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Even 2 or 3 years ago, and we're so lucky as brown actors to be able to tell stories of such simplicity like this one, where it's just it's a delicate love story with a slight thriller aspect to it, or Hotel Mumbai, where there's just a bunch of it's so diverse, that movie, and the title is Hotel Mumbai, and for it to have 1,000 people on their feet at the premiere was a really moving thing. But I'm lucky basically because I am allowed to add diversity to the screen and tell these stories, and that attack in particular I think rocked every Indian, at home and abroad. And when there was a script being made, I was very proactive in seeking it out and making sure that we could tell it right.
It's refreshing and overdue to hear that like you said, as people of color, you get to just tell a simple love story. Would you agree that this wouldn't have happened 2 or 3 years ago? And
oh my God, absolutely. Yeah. I do feel, Dave, that you have broken a lot of stereotypes. You really have.
I'll start blushing.
No. I think the times is right. I think the times are changing, and today you're doing films where you don't necessarily need to be a brown-skinned boy. You know what I mean? Like, and you can play anybody. And you're breaking that, and I think that's so incredible and so required desperately. So which is why I feel like I know this film is particular to the place, but in my head, I think it could take place anywhere.
Anywhere, exactly.
It doesn't necessarily need to be there. Also, but it also has to be there because of the way the film is shaped.
Absolutely.
But I think it's very universal. It doesn't need to be what skin or nationality or what. And I think that is changing, and I feel so fortunate to be a part of the change, at least the beginning. I hope we see it very, very soon.